Like that version. I mean, he's fit.
On the right, yeah.
Looks good. Like, but look at the difference there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, looks very fit. I mean,
Yeah.
he's pretty jacked. That's more recent.
It's probably not all good, but it's AB. Like, that's who he is. Like, people could sit there and say that's who he been. He's made for streaming. Like, if we're gonna be honest, like, his entertainment value, even as a boxer, I probably never even seen nobody more entertaining than Adrien Broner was in boxing history. Like, in boxing history, he might have been the most.
Any elite fighter out there know what makes them tick. Any elite fighter out there know what they got to do to get back to form. Any elite fighter. He restored people. I promise you that.
What if I told you the biggest surprise in boxing right now isn't a title fight? It isn't a contract. And it definitely isn't a press conference? No, the conversation that has the entire fight world doing a double take is Adrien Broner. Yes, Adrien the Problem Broner.
I wish my bro the best. You know, I want to see him succeed. You know, I think he can come back from it. You know, he's been going through a lot of issues, you know, mentally and things like that. So I just wish him the best. I wish the best for him. Just wanting to stay on the right path, you know, and just, you know, make the best out of his opportunity that he's getting. And, you know, hopefully, you know, we can see, you know, Adrien Broner. He's probably going to be hard to get back to where he once was, but I want to see Adrien Broner, you know, just well off, you know, mentally, physically, and just get back to, you know, the Adrien Broner that I know.
Shakur's walking back into the spotlight looking like someone hit the reset button. And before you roll your eyes and say, we've heard this comeback story before, hold on, because that's exactly what makes this so fascinating. Every time people count Broner out, something happens that drags everyone's attention right back to him.
Adrien Broner was in boxing history. Like, in boxing history, he might have been the most, for me, entertaining fighter outside the ring than anybody. So watching him on the streams, I'm happy for him, and I'm gonna commend him and give him my blessing. So I just say, when he get a chance, please stop drinking, bro. That's all I ask. Just please stop drinking, bro. That's it.
We want you to be around for a long time, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Tim Brown. Coincidence? Maybe. Perfect timing? Possibly. But one thing is undeniable. The boxing world can't stop talking about Adrien Broner. 1 minute, fans are laughing at old memes. The next, they're zooming into fresh training footage asking, wait, is that really Broner? Suddenly, everybody has an opinion. Everybody has a theory. And
In the cut, right? In the garage. You know what I'm saying? Like an old 72 glass house. That's what that man is. An old 72 glass house. Yeah. Still got them spokes on that thing, right? Oh yeah. Got them beats in the back. I was raised up in the JL audios, man. I was raised up in those. He got 4 of them still in the back of the trunk. Yeah. Oh yeah. Paint a little rusty. Oil need to be changed. He done did all of that. Restored. 3 years out the game. 3 years out the game. See, a lot of y'all, because guess what? He done got himself right. He said, I'm gonna return when I'm ready to return. Ain't nobody gonna be talking me into nothing. I'm gonna come back when I wanna come back. Any elite fighter out there know what makes them tick. Any elite fighter out there know what they gotta do to get back to form. Any elite fighter.
For how one workout clip has turned into one of boxing's hottest debates. That's when you know something unusual is happening. The conversation isn't just about weight loss anymore. It's about whether this is the beginning of one last unforgettable chapter or just another emotional roller coaster. And this is where things get interesting. Reports from training sessions suggest Broner has been taking camp far more seriously than many expected.
Give these fighters a break. Yeah. You know what I mean? We deserve it because we do it for y'all. You know, obviously we do it for ourselves, our families, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, man, it'd be hard in there, and then you all of a sudden you hear that hooping and hollering and that clapping, and it kind of fuels you to keep going. You know what I mean?
And then if he goes into the fight and loses, then everyone's cooking him after that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Hopefully Adrien Broner takes care of what he needs to take care of. Love that guy.
You want to see him back?
Oh Of course, if he wants to get back in there, if he stepped away and thought, you know what, that actually felt right.
Yeah.
But he has said before that boxing kind of a therapy for him. That's where he feels good.
Yeah,
Hopefully he gets back in there. I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
The Can Man lives on.
Videos show him grinding through exhausting workouts, talking openly about being uncomfortable, rebuilding his conditioning, and pushing himself despite feeling completely drained. That's not the version many fans expected to see. The internet had already written the ending to his story, but Broner seems determined to rewrite the script himself. Suddenly, respected voices across boxing started weighing in. Shakur Stevenson,
Kind of mental struggle seen in other sports.
Experience being gunshot myself, but fighters have to ignore those feelings the same way you expect a gymnast to ignore the twirlies and just go out there and perform and do their thing. And so you fast forward and you get to Adrien Broner, and so here's the crazy thing. Everything that we go through to get to fight night, and y'all expect an exciting, great night, and y'all expect us to be sane. All the while, y'all don't know that we can't sleep because we are thinking about eating, or we can't sleep because we didn't have enough water before we went to bed, but we're so afraid to drink a little bottle of water because what it's gonna do to our weight. And now we're thinking about everything we gotta do to get that weight off. I mean, there's just so much that goes into the fight night that y'all don't know about, and where Broner is saying, hey, I gotta let this one go, and everybody's saying, oh, now you crying. We already knew. Well, guess what? It's like, to your point, it's about time.
Yeah.
Opposed to attacking him,
Yeah.
it's about time.
Stevenson didn't sound like someone enjoying drama. He sounded like someone genuinely hoping another fighter finds his way back. Sean Porter pointed out that talent was never Broner's biggest problem. Consistency outside the ring has always been the bigger challenge. Tim Bradley compared the comeback to restoring a classic car that had been sitting in a garage for years, and honestly, that analogy spread across social media faster than anyone expected. But here's the twist nobody saw coming.
Was pulled out of his fight citing mental health issues. This was a fight Omar Figueroa, as you know, this Saturday.
Yeah.
Omar is saying that's not an excuse.
Yeah.
It's not a valid excuse, and he wants Adrien to prove he's actually getting mental help, or else it's just an excuse.
Yeah.
What do you make of the situation?
Look, I was brought up differently. I mean, when I was fighting in the 90s, 2000, you couldn't talk about mental health. You couldn't talk about therapists or anything like that. All we had to do is fight. That was our therapy.
Right.
Our therapy was training and fighting. Who knows if it worked or not, but that's just the way it was. It's just different times, different days. I can't really speak on it for the fighters today.
Right.
But when I was growing up, when me and Mike Tyson were growing up,
The biggest conversation isn't actually about punches anymore. It's about discipline. It's about redemption. It's about whether someone who has experienced incredible highs and very public setbacks can still surprise everyone when expectations have never been lower. Online discussions exploded after fresh images showed Broner appearing noticeably leaner than he had in years. Fans immediately split into two camps. One side argued this was finally the focused Broner they'd been waiting to see.
Well, but right now we don't got to. We got a long way to go. A lot of weight to lose. Got to get back comfortable. I ain't even comfortable yet. And I don't mean comfortable like to where I'm just relaxed. I'm just like to where I feel good. You know what I'm saying? You know how many times I almost threw up in this workout? For real. I held it together. I know. Ain't no quitting me. Ain't no quitting me. I don't give a fuck what's broke or what's hurting. You don't have to kill me. If I don't die, that fight ain't gonna stop. But if I ain't too fucked up to where I'm too inebriated or my too knocked off, that fight ain't gonna get stopped. A bitch gonna have to knock my.
The other side warned everyone not to get carried away because boxing history is full of comeback stories that looked incredible in training before reality arrived under the bright lights. And honestly, both sides have a point. That's what makes this story impossible to ignore. Every new clip feels like another piece of a puzzle nobody has fully solved yet. Then, another layer appeared. Broner began speaking more openly about rebuilding himself physically and mentally. Rather than pretending everything was perfect, he admitted how difficult the process has been. That honesty changed the conversation.
I run like a dime.
And that when we was in Florida, it was bigger than that. I was like 193, 96. That ain't nothing, that's light. This is gonna come out in no time. I thought they just went to go buy bro.
That boy bad. That nigga bad.
Off the jet. Pull. Keep going. Pull.
Broner is leaving.
Suddenly, people weren't only reacting to highlight clips, they were paying attention to the work behind those highlights: recovery sessions, conditioning, weight management, daily routines. None of it sounds glamorous, but that's exactly why fans started believing something might actually be different this time. And then came another surprise. Robert Easter Jr. returned to train alongside Broner, bringing back memories of earlier stages in both fighters' careers. Longtime friendships have a funny way of changing the energy inside a gym. Familiar faces, familiar competition, familiar motivation.
He's fully committed to making this comeback count.
It's crazy, bro. Hey, bro.
Get a second.
Damn, my phone just died.
He hold it. Look. Let it out.
I have a dream. You gonna breathe, man.
Breathe, go ahead, breathe. Breathe, bro. Man, why you ain't breathing, bro? Breathe, bro.
Look somewhere else. He's going somewhere else. He ain't even in the body no more.
Yeah, he think he would do the bop, man. How long? Do the bop. How long you can do that?
Robert Easter Jr.
Whether that translates into success in the ring remains to be seen, but it certainly gave fans another reason to believe this camp isn't business as usual. Then, stories emerged about Broner keeping reminders of Coach Mike close during training, using those memories as motivation whenever workouts became overwhelming. Suddenly, the comeback wasn't just about muscles or speed. It became personal. That's when even skeptical fans started paying closer attention. Meanwhile, boxing legends kept adding fuel to the conversation. Roy Jones Jr. reminded everyone that careers aren't defined only by the moments people fall, but also by how they respond afterward.
Long experience. He's long. Listen to me. He's long. He's boxing the outside. That's what you gotta do.
Hey, y'all know this bag is y'all just work.
Oh, run it.
Yeah. Okay. Y'all just work. Steady work. Y'all just steady working.
I know you like
Right, boy.
Oscar de la Hoya reflected on how attitudes toward mental health have changed over the decades, acknowledging that today's fighters often speak more openly about challenges previous generations kept hidden. Those comments shifted the discussion once again. Instead of arguing only about whether Broner can still fight, people started asking whether he's approaching the sport differently altogether. That's a much harder question to answer. And here's something people often overlook. Adrien Broner has always understood attention. Love him or criticize him, very few fighters have been able to generate conversations quite like he has.
Y'all see I got Coach Mike on the side of me? Y'all see? I got Coach Mike right there. Damn, somebody took my glasses, bro. Somebody stole your Ray-Bans. I can get you some more, Coach Mike. Then I got him right here, bro. Shake my boy hand.
Mike, what up, though?
Shake his hand, bro.
I just did.
Hey, somebody squeeze.
On to the next stage of life. Adrien Broner. Going to seek out his legacy.
My dog, bro.
Coach Mike.
Even during long stretches away from the biggest headlines, his name somehow kept finding its way back into boxing discussions. That's not something statistics can measure. That's personality. That's presence. That's why every fresh training video instantly becomes another trending topic. But don't mistake attention for victory. The internet has a habit of declaring winners long before the opening bell rings. Looking sharp in training is one thing. Performing under pressure is something completely different. That's why excitement is growing alongside skepticism. Fans have seen comeback stories before. They've also seen incredible reinventions happen when almost nobody believed they could. The truth probably lives somewhere between those extremes, and maybe that's the biggest surprise of all.
Something.
It was like do it all over and change it.
I would have took what God gave me, right? The opportunity to play in the NBA.
Okay.
I'd have took it more serious. Right? And that meaning like I would have just set boundaries instead of
just winging it.
Just going by every day, like just happy to be here. I had to put a plan together and say, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. This is how I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? But and you live and you learn, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you do all that, because people where we from, sometimes they misuse niggas like us.
Yeah.
So you run into people like that.
Yeah.
Shit like that. That kind of up your career in ways.
A lot.
Adrien Broner doesn't need everyone to believe. He only needs enough belief to keep showing up every single day. Every workout, every recovery session, every round, every decision, one step at a time. Because if the discipline continues, the conversation eventually shifts from, can he come back? To, who wants to test him first? That's a completely different headline. Of course, nobody knows how this story ends yet. Reports, interviews, workout footage, and online reactions all point toward renewed focus. But boxing has never rewarded hype alone. The ring always delivers the final answer. Still, something feels different about the way this comeback is being discussed. Less laughter, more curiosity, less dismissal, more cautious optimism. Maybe that's the real transformation everyone is noticing. Not just a leaner physique, but a change in perception. Perhaps that's the biggest twist nobody expected. The comeback might not be about proving the critics wrong at all. It might be about proving something to himself first. And if that's true, then every pound lost, every difficult workout, every exhausting recovery session becomes part of a much larger story than wins and losses. So here's the question that has boxing fans arguing everywhere. Are we witnessing the beginning of one final unforgettable Broner chapter? Or are we simply watching another unpredictable turn in the career of one of boxing's most talked about personalities? Let me know what you think, because this conversation is only getting louder.